Have you ever wondered which everyday water bottle would actually survive if it had to endure the toughest challenges imaginable? Not which one looks the best on a store shelf, but which one could keep going when everything around it falls apart. Today, 10 everyday water bottles are entering the Ultimate Survival Championship. Each bottle starts with 0 points, and after every challenge, the weakest performers will fall behind while the strongest climb toward the championship. By the end, only one bottle will earn the title of Ultimate Survival Champion. And trust me, one of the biggest surprises happens in the very first challenge. Let's begin. Our lineup includes 10 common bottle styles: a lightweight disposable plastic bottle, a thicker reusable plastic bottle, a sports squeeze bottle, an aluminum bottle, a stainless steel insulated bottle, a glass bottle with a protective sleeve, a wide-mouth hiking bottle, a collapsible silicone bottle, a Triton-style hard plastic bottle, and a vacuum-insulated metal bottle. They all look capable. But looks won't matter today. The first challenge is the drop test. Each bottle is dropped from shoulder height onto solid concrete. Immediately, we see huge differences. The disposable bottle bounces harmlessly thanks to its thin, flexible walls, although it picks up a few dents. The reusable plastic bottle survives without much damage. The squeeze bottle also handles the impact surprisingly well. The aluminum bottle receives a noticeable dent right away. The glass bottle doesn't get so lucky. Even with its protective sleeve, cracks begin spreading across the bottom. The insulated stainless steel bottles barely seem to notice the impact. The hiking bottle shrugs it off. The silicone bottle simply bounces. The Triton bottle survives cleanly. Our first elimination is obvious. The glass bottle finishes last after suffering structural damage that would only get worse in later rounds. The standings begin to take shape. But that was only the warm-up. Next comes the crush test. Heavy weights are slowly stacked on top of every bottle. The disposable bottle begins collapsing almost immediately. Its sides cave inward until it can barely hold its shape. The squeeze bottle deforms, but springs back after the weight is removed. The reusable plastic bottle flexes under pressure. The aluminum bottle dents even further. The silicone bottle flattens almost completely before popping back into shape. The Triton bottle barely flexes. The stainless steel bottles remain incredibly rigid. The hiking bottle refuses to compress. When the dust settles, the disposable bottle has permanently collapsed. Its journey is over. 9 competitors remain. Now things get much more serious. Challenge 3 is extreme heat. Every bottle is placed near intense heat for an extended period. The plastic bottles begin softening. The squeeze bottle starts warping. The silicone bottle handles the heat better than expected. The aluminum bottle becomes extremely hot. The stainless steel bottles remain structurally strong. The hiking bottle performs well. The Triton bottle survives with only minor changes. The reusable plastic bottle develops visible distortion around its neck. Heat exposes weaknesses that normal daily use never reveals. The reusable plastic bottle falls to the bottom of the rankings and is eliminated. We're down to 8. The next challenge is extreme cold. Every remaining bottle spends hours inside freezing conditions before immediately facing impact testing. Cold often makes materials brittle. Will that happen today? The aluminum bottle develops tiny stress marks after impact. The squeeze bottle becomes noticeably stiffer. The silicone bottle loses flexibility while frozen but quickly recovers afterward. The insulated stainless steel bottles continue performing impressively. The Triton bottle remains surprisingly stable. The hiking bottle survives comfortably. Nobody expected the aluminum bottle to struggle this much after freezing. Its accumulated damage finally catches up. The aluminum bottle is eliminated. 7 remain. Now it's time for the pressure test. Each bottle is filled with water, sealed tightly, and subjected to increasing external pressure. The squeeze bottle begins deforming. The silicone bottle compresses heavily. The Triton bottle flexes, but stays intact. The hiking bottle holds steady. Both insulated metal bottles remain rock solid. The squeeze bottle develops a leaking cap. That tiny leak costs valuable points. It narrowly loses this round and leaves the competition. Only 6 competitors remain. The next challenge is the scratch test. Sharp objects scrape across every bottle's surface repeatedly. The stainless steel bottles collect cosmetic scratches. The Triton bottle resists surprisingly well. The silicone bottle barely shows damage. The hiking bottle earns only minor marks. Appearance isn't everything. But deep scratches can weaken materials over time. The silicone bottle survives physically, but repeated cuts begin affecting its outer surface more than expected. It finishes last in this challenge and exits the tournament. 5 competitors remain. Now comes one of the hardest rounds. The leak test. Every bottle is filled completely, flipped upside down, shaken violently, then left resting overnight. Even tiny leaks count. The hiking bottle remains perfectly dry. The Triton bottle seals tightly. One insulated bottle stays flawless. The second insulated bottle develops just a tiny drop around its lid after repeated shaking. Small detail. Huge consequence. 1 point separates survival from elimination. That tiny leak sends one insulated bottle home. 4 competitors remain. We're entering the semifinals. Challenge 8 is the endurance test. Hundreds of repeated opening and closing cycles. Threads, caps, seals, hinges. Everything is stressed over and over again. The hiking bottle keeps working. The Triton bottle performs smoothly. The insulated bottle continues operating without issue. The remaining metal bottle begins showing slight wear around the cap threads. Nothing catastrophic, but enough to lose precious points. It falls into 4th place and is eliminated. 3 finalists remain. The hiking bottle, the Triton bottle, and the stainless steel insulated bottle. Only one can become champion. Our next challenge is the ultimate drop gauntlet. Multiple drops, different angles, concrete, edges, corners, no second chances. The Triton bottle survives the first impact, the second, the third. But after a brutal corner landing, a visible crack finally appears near the base. It can still stand, but its structural integrity is compromised. The hiking bottle bounces through every impact with only surface scratches. The insulated bottle collects dents, but keeps functioning perfectly. The Triton bottle has fought incredibly well. Far better than many people would expect. But a crack this late in the competition ends its championship hopes. We're down to the final 2. The wide-mouth hiking bottle versus the stainless steel insulated bottle. Everything comes down to one final challenge. The impossible survival test. Both bottles face a brutal combination of impacts, rolling, pressure, temperature changes, and repeated handling without any repairs between stages. The hiking bottle starts incredibly strong. Its body refuses to crack. Its cap remains secure. Its structure barely changes. The insulated bottle absorbs dent after dent. It looks rough. Battle scars cover nearly every side. But every time it's tested, it still seals. It still opens. It still holds water. By the end of the final challenge, both competitors are standing. Both have survived nearly everything. But one has accumulated less functional damage throughout the entire championship. One consistently scored higher across nearly every category. The ultimate survival champion is the stainless steel insulated water bottle. It wasn't always the prettiest after every challenge. It collected dents, scratches, battle scars, but it never stopped doing the one job that mattered most: protecting the water inside. The hiking bottle finishes as an incredibly worthy runner-up after one of the strongest performances of the tournament. The Triton bottle claims third place, and every other competitor proved that design alone doesn't guarantee survival. Sometimes the toughest champion isn't the one that looks perfect. It's the one that simply refuses to quit. Now it's your turn. Before today's results, which bottle did you think would win? And what everyday object should enter our next Ultimate Survival Championship? Because next time, the challenges get even more impossible.